What's up, you guys? Welcome back. If you are new, my name is Jess. So today's video we are going to be doing prison nacho mukbang, I guess, because I'm actually going to be eating it. And I do eat every recipe that I make. This is how I used to make nachos in prison. If you do not know why I went to prison because you were brand new, I will leave a little prison playlist, say that 3 times fast, on the card up here. But just to get into it today, this is how I used to make nachos in prison, and there are tons of recipes. People in prison are so creative, and I learned how to make this, and it's actually like my favorite thing to make as far as prison recipe goes. So I'm gonna zoom you back out and we're gonna get into it. Hopefully you guys can see everything. You always have to start prison nachos with Santinos. This is what they sold on commissary. I know some people call it canteen. That's like a Florida saying. Like they called it canteen in Florida. They didn't call it canteen where I was at, but this is what you could buy on the commissary. So I'd mix Santinos and Doritos together in a bowl. We didn't have plates, we had bowls. So I have that mixed up right here. And before we like start assembling everything, I'm gonna cut apart some pepperoni and sausage. And yeah, we'll just go from there. The funny thing about prison nachos is it actually cost a little bit of money to make this in prison. So every time I could make it, I was so grateful and so happy. Now everyone has different recipes and that just all fell out. We don't need that much pepperoni, good Lord. You know, a lot of people don't make theirs with pepperoni, but there isn't that many sources of protein in prison. So you could buy tuna fish, you could buy chili, and chili nachos is like a whole different thing. So you can make chili nachos. Ooh, you can make Frito pie, which is really, really good because they sell these little, kind of would be the size of this bag. They would sell this on commissary, but chili. So little packages of chili. I don't like that knife. I should go get my knife. Better knife. I'm not gonna put tons of sausage in there, just a little bit. Sprinkle it on top. I'm also gonna cut it up really finely. And then I'm gonna cut up jalapenos and a pickle. I really wonder if Martha Stewart was getting down like this in jail, you know? Like what did Martha Stewart make in jail or prison? She went to federal prison. So that's like one person I would love to hang out with. Like how cool is Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg together? Like very unlikely of friends, but they are friends and I think they're so freaking cute together. My dog is like right, I don't know if you guys can see her. You can see her ears. Every time I'm cooking, Nala's like right there, of course. This knife is the wrong knife, it's gonna bother me. So we're gonna cut these up really finely because I don't like big chunks of sausage in my nachos. Sorry, I just saw the Amazon Prime guy. I ordered shebangs, so I wonder if it's my shebangs. How perfect would that be? Like as soon as I sat down to cook, some shebangs got here. It'd be so dope, right? I have gotten a lot of questions about why would you have to cook in prison? Don't they feed you in prison? Things like that. So I just kind of assumed that everyone knew what prison was like, but there's so many people on my channel that have never been and just don't know. So yes, they serve you 3 meals a day and it's at a certain calorie intake, but you guys, I mean, you get so hungry. They feed you at 4:30 a.m. because they have to do it before shift change, which is at like what, 7-ish? So they would feed you before shift change and then they'd feed you lunch at like 11 and then they'd feed you dinner at 4:30 and then you wouldn't eat again until 4:30 the next morning. That's 12 hours. So you guys, you get so hungry. How cute is my cup? It came in, I'm so excited about it. So yeah, you get so hungry in prison. So I know they feed you, but they don't feed you much and they feed you like in like tiny increments, or not tiny increments, spread apart times. So man, I do not miss it. But cooking was something that was just really fun for me, which is ironic because now that I'm a stay-at-home mom and I cook 3 meals a day, it's like, ugh, can we just order Uber Eats, please? Okay, so these jalapenos are the hot ones. I make sure, I mean, they're peppers, they're hot, but I get like the extra hot ones. Your girl likes spice in her life. This is not the right knife that I would use. I'm actually really good with a knife, but this is like awkward for me because it's too big. So I'm gonna cut up a pickle now. God, you know, this just takes me back. You guys, you have no idea. Some people would not like pickles in their nachos, which I totally understand. It sounds weird, but I like that bit of crunch and that sour taste, so I don't know, I dig it. So now that I'm in the street, if I make nachos here, I still use a few of the same products, but I use like lettuce and tomato and sour cream like a normal person. Nala, stop. You can't have any. This is mama's. Okay. Like that. What else? Was there something else I had to cut up? I guess not. Well, I was gonna cut pepperoni. Just a little bit of pepperoni, which sounds also really weird. But like I said, you don't get a lot of protein. So you could buy, that's what I was saying. You could buy tuna, you could buy sausage, you could buy pepperoni. This knife is just not. I'll be right back. I'm back. Okay. I like this knife so much better. Actually, I need to sharpen all my knives, which is like so annoying. You know? So annoying to have to sharpen knives. So we're gonna assemble all of this, and there's some other things that I have to pile up there. You know, I get a lot of questions asking me about helping inmates or writing inmates, and I mentioned in an older video, don't do that if you're ever in jail or prison, but we're in the house, so it's fine. Anyway, I get a lot of questions about how to help an inmate. I mentioned that I have like 9 pen pals. Those are people that I know personally. So I don't really know about writing strangers. I think it's a positive thing. Just go into it knowing that inmates can be kind of selfish, just take care of you, protect you, don't send them a ton of money. Things like that. Be careful. Not all inmates have your best interest at heart, so they're in survival mode. So just be aware of that. A lot of inmates can be manipulative or whatever, so I have to tell you guys that. I have to protect you guys, so just be aware that not all inmates are good people, you know? A lot of them are good people that made a bad mistake, but there's prisons filled with all kinds of people, you guys. If you hear my dog, she's chewing on a bone. Okay, let's assemble this. I have here jalapeno cheese. I have to order this on Amazon, you guys, and a few of you said, oh, you could just get that at the dollar store. No, you can't. So Walmart and Target stopped selling the Velveeta jalapeno cheese, and I know that because I'm obsessed with this, and I used to make this all the time. Make this spread all the time. So the jalapeno Velveeta cheese is sold on Amazon, which is awesome. So I'm gonna go heat up this cheese. You have to heat it up when you're ready to assemble it because it's like a weird consistency. It's not cheese, it's Velveeta spread. So in prison, we got these Velveeta packages, like these little tiny Velveeta jalapeno cheese packs, and you have to use water to stir it up. It sounds gross, like why would you put water in like a cheese powder? But it was so good, you guys. It was delicious. So I will be right back. I'm not back. Okay, now I'm back. So we have our chips. We probably need some more Doritos. Okay. So the first thing I'm gonna put on here, is refried beans. Now these would be dry, and I couldn't find them at Walmart. I know someone said I can find them in the camping section, but it's just easier to just get it out of the can and heat it up. Same thing. Okay, so we got some refried beans. I like to like spread it out, you know, so that every bite tastes the same. This is Jessica's Ratchet Cooking Show. This is probably one of those prison recipes that actually looks good. I know when I make burritos or I make a log, which is like the same recipe as the prison burrito, it looks kind of gross. But whatever, tastes delicious. Reese's sister hates that I make that. She thinks it looks so nasty. but she's never tried it. So don't knock it, you guys. I'm telling you, this is living the good life if you ever have been and you can afford this when you're in prison, which, trust me, wasn't very often for me. Okay, so a lot of people use rice for their, a lot of people also have hair ties. A lot of people put rice on theirs. I don't know if you guys can see what I have so far. I'll zoom you in. So I just have some instant rice right here. I'm gonna put some rice. I wouldn't normally make it with rice, but I know that like every person I've ever seen make prison nachos when I was locked up, they would use this kind of rice. You know, they're trying to fill up, you guys. They're trying to stay full until breakfast. Also, yes, I washed my hands. Twice, actually, before I started. Okay, got some rice. Now, for my favorite part, the cheese. Cheese, cheese, cheese. Yeah, it's not hot enough. Like, it has to be really, really hot to spread evenly. But dang, like, I was in there for forever. I wasn't. It was 2 minutes, but ain't nobody got time for that. I will tell you that the this without the jalapeno cheese does not taste the same. It just doesn't. The jalapeno cheese makes it. This is really hot. Don't do that if you're cooking with people. But this is just for me, so whatever, I'm allowed to. It's so hot. If it was a little bit hotter, it would spread smoothly, so that's why I'm like struggling with it, but it's okay. I'm way too lazy to get back up and go to the microwave. I'm keeping it real, you guys. Nobody has time for that. Okay. Now I'm gonna put this kind of cheese over the hot cheese so it kind of melts a little bit. Oh, you know what? I always get questions about microwaves and how you cook things up. So every man I have ever talked to in the history of ever that has been to prison has told me, yeah, dude, we had microwaves. Actually, in New York, they have microwaves and they have washer and dryers so the men can do their own laundry. I've never been to a prison that has a microwave. Women just don't get the same treatment as men, 100%. So we had, I forget what it's called, like this little, I cut my finger. We had this little like thing, the cylinder of hot water, and it's like a little spigot kind of. And one of the girls was so smart and she figured out how to rig, we're putting the sausage on it. She figured out how to rig that water heater thingy, my bobber, to be really, really, really hot. But someone got pissed at someone else and decided that they were gonna put hot water in their cup and splash it on them. So we lost our hot water for a long time. And there are certain ways to get around that. You can make a stinger. I mean, there's just tons of ways around it. Use shower water if you're in a pinch. The water in jails and prisons never get cold, and they never get hot. Except for the intake showers, which I'm gonna do an entire video on intake, so. Okay. Now this is also going to look gross. Chipotle mayonnaise, you guys. What you know about this? What you know about this? I love this stuff. It's spicy mayonnaise. I'm drinking sweet tea. Okay. Now I'm gonna put spicy mayonnaise all over these nachos and then I will zoom you in. Ooh, sexy nachos. Ooh, you're gonna get it. Look at it. Ooh, look at these nachos. I don't want to spill it. So you guys can truly see the art that was created here. The art that was created here today. Okay. Let's move all this stuff out of my way. Man, I'm so excited. Isn't it funny? I'm excited for a prison spread. I'm telling you though, whew, it's so delicious. It's so good. Martha Stewart would be so proud. That is not true. Okay, I have a fork here. You know, I was gonna eat like a lady, but like, let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. Oh my God, it's almost too pretty. It's so good. Once it hits your lips, it's so good. Man. Where's my phone? I have to take a picture so I can show you guys on Instagram. I'll be right back. Okay. I gotta show you guys on Instagram before I totally destroy this. So, I hope you guys liked this video. If you ever decide to recreate this, please send me a DM of the picture on Instagram. There was someone that made a log prison burrito and she did so good. It looked so bomb. I was so proud. I forget her name now, but like, she sent me a picture of it and I was like blown away, seriously. Is it weird that I'm still filming and eating? It's just so good. Okay, I'm gonna go devour these nachos. I love you guys. Stay safe, stay sober, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.